What's up, Gooners? Arsenal have just confirmed they want Vinicius Junior at the Emirates. Meanwhile, Arsenal are eyeing a world-class Man City star as summer transfer talks are planned, and Arteta confirms Arsenal will be without two injured players for West Ham. Plus, Paul Merson has just predicted the result of Arsenal versus West Ham United. All that and much more coming up right now. But first, click the subscribe button because we bring you Arsenal news every single day and you don't want to miss out, right? So subscribe right now, and without further delay, let's get into today's top stories. Gooners, a trio of Premier League clubs including Manchester City, are reportedly keeping one eye on developments around Real Madrid and Brazil superstar Vinicius Junior. Following Monday's 3-3 draw against Everton, Pep Guardiola's side currently trail Arsenal by 5 points in the Premier League, though they crucially hold a game in hand. While the first-team focus is firmly on the title race, the club's recruitment hierarchy is already planning a summer that could redefine the squad further. Vinicius Junior has long been considered a crown jewel at the Bernabeu, but the landscape in Madrid is shifting, with reports in Spain suggesting that the arrival of several high-profile forwards may have created a tactical squeeze. According to journalist Graham Bailey, here's what's happening with Vinicius, and this is absolutely critical. Manchester City are preparing to make their presence felt in the race for Real Madrid's Vinicius Junior, as they closely monitor the Brazilian situation at the Bernabeu, with the 25-year-old Brazil international having just over 12 months remaining on his current deal and talks over an extension stalling last year. The report insists that staying at the Bernabeu is still viewed as the most likely outcome. However, only a select group of clubs are considered viable destinations for the Los Blancos attacker, with both Arsenal and Chelsea keeping close tabs on developments alongside monitoring at the Etihad Stadium. From the side of those at City, it is claimed that Vinicius is being seen as a rare market opportunity, mindful that chances to sign a talent like the Real Madrid star do not come around often. Should Manchester City decide to formalise interest, the financial implications would be historic, given Vinicius' status and his age, meaning any successful bid would likely shatter the British transfer record. The coming months will be decisive as Real Madrid president Florentino Perez decides whether to risk losing the Brazilian for a reduced fee in 2027 or cash in now. For Arsenal, the allure of the Premier League and the chance to work under Mikel Arteta remains a powerful draw. But can we compete financially with City and Chelsea for a player of this calibre? Vinicius Junior with 12 months left and Arsenal monitoring alongside City and Chelsea. Is this realistic for us? Or are we just making up the numbers while City steal him? What's your take? Speaking of raiding Man City, there's another player we're eyeing. Gooners, Arsenal are planning a raid on fellow Premier League title chasers Manchester City ahead of the summer transfer window. According to a report from Court Offside, Arsenal and Man City remain in the Premier League title race against each other, despite Pep Guardiola's side slipping up earlier this week. City could only manage a draw away to Everton on Monday, giving Arsenal a huge boost in the race to become champions. Arsenal are now in the driving seat, but they'll still be looking to improve their squad ahead of next season. According to Court Offside, here's what's happening with Man City's Tijani Reinders, and this is absolutely critical. Manchester City midfielder Tijani Reinders, described as world-class, is set to hold talks with the club in the summer transfer window after falling out of favour under Guardiola. Arsenal are believed to be one of the sides showing an interest if he does leave the Etihad Stadium later this year, with a meeting planned to discuss his future. It will be interesting to see whether Reinders' future depends on whether Guardiola stays at the club ahead of next season, with the Spanish manager heavily linked with a potential departure. A move from Man City to Arsenal does feel unlikely considering their rivalry in the Premier League, but a departure certainly wouldn't be out of the question. Although bringing in a player of Reinders' quality would be beneficial, it might not be Arsenal's priority. The Gunners will likely be looking to bring in attacking reinforcements, with both Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard failing to thrive on the left-hand side. If Arsenal want to regularly compete for Premier League titles, bringing in an elite-level left-sided attacker would give them a huge boost. World-class midfielder fallen out of favour at City, but do we really need another midfielder, or should we focus everything on that left-wing position instead? Let me know your thoughts. Now, Arteta has confirmed injury news ahead of West Ham. Gooners, Arsenal head to West Ham this weekend, knowing that 3 points would leave them just 2 games away from winning the Premier League title. Against Atletico Madrid in the second leg of their Champions League semi-final on Tuesday, Mikel Arteta welcomed Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz back into the squad. That leaves just 2 players with injury concerns, Mikel Merino and Jurrien Timber. Here's what Arteta confirmed about both players, and this is absolutely critical. Merino is closing in on a return to playing, but there are still doubts over what that means. He is hoping to return this month, although reporting in Spain still places a question mark over his fitness for the World Cup. Timber has missed the last 11 games with a groin issue of his own. Speaking at the end of April, Arteta told reporters, "We don't know yet when he will be back. He's doing some stuff on the pitch at the moment, but we need to get the gears up and be able to do more things before he can compete with us." Asked about both players ahead of West Ham, Arteta told reporters, "No chance for the weekend. There's still a fair bit to do in their recoveries." Asked if we would see them again this season, he said, "Everything has to be so smooth and quick if they want to have a chance to play any minutes this season." That does not sound optimistic. He also added that Timber was not expected to be out this long. "That's been probably the most difficult thing to manage with the player, with myself as well. We didn't expect it to take so long, and at the moment, he's not fit to play." Arteta also confirmed there were no fresh concerns, nothing to add. Both Merino and Timber out with their seasons potentially over. How badly do we miss them for the final push? Or has the squad depth proven good enough? Drop your opinions below. Finally, Paul Merson has made his prediction for West Ham. Gooners, after booking their place in the final of the Champions League, Arsenal's focus returns to the Premier League with a trip to West Ham United. The Gunners are back in total control of the title race after Manchester City dropped points against Everton. Mikel Arteta's side are now 5 points clear at the top, albeit having played a game more. A win against West Ham could realistically end the title race, and Paul Merson has backed his old club to get the job done. West Ham United are under the same amount of pressure as Arsenal are, but in a different way. While the Gunners are battling to win the Premier League and Champions League, the Irons are fighting for their top-flight status. In the 2023-24 season, West Ham beat Arsenal, and that contributed to Arteta's side losing the Premier League title race. There is a possibility of the same happening again, but Merson is convinced that it won't. He wrote on Sportskeeda, "This game is definitely the last hope for Manchester City in terms of Arsenal slipping up in the title race again. After this, Arsenal have Burnley at home and Crystal Palace away on the final day of the season. West Ham will know this is a tough game. They have to come out and play since they are trailing Spurs. I don't think that will suit them against Arsenal. I believe Arsenal will get a comfortable win here. All over for City." Merson's prediction, West Ham United 0, Arsenal 2. Arsenal couldn't have been in a better position going into the game. The Gunners thrashed Fulham last weekend and then beat Atletico Madrid. They have also received the boost of Manchester City drawing against Everton. Every player in the squad knows that a win on Sunday will almost certainly hand them the title. Merson predicting 2-0 and says it's all over for City if we win. Do you share his confidence, or is West Ham fighting for survival too dangerous to underestimate? I want to hear what you think.